going to be a huge payday. But it looks good right now. I do expect it to go down at some point. But when it does, like I said, buy, because it's not going to go down to the level to where you're going to lose money as far as your initial investment. It's going to go back up. It's just how it works. So, XRP, definitely stay on top of that. So I've been doing a lot of consultations, man. I've been talking to hundreds of people, so many consultations almost every day since I started doing it. Some days, multiple days. It's just been a lot of people. One of the things I'm seeing is a lot of people have the same issue, and it really goes towards the programming. And like, this is one of those things to where, you got to be in like a unique position to really get it. And, or you got to really bounce around and talk to a lot of different people. But I talk to people from all over the world. I have consultations all over the world, right? So people from a lot of different countries. And it's crazy how Black people, we have this same problem with procrastination. We have the same problem with programming. It's just the hip hop culture really, it ran its course. And when I'm hearing things from people, it's all rooted in that hip hop culture. It's all rooted in that programming. So it's like really, and it's one of the reasons why when I really seen it, I start speaking against it because you can really see it. And it's like the common sense of it is so horrible that people still can't see it. It's like, why can't people understand this? Like we've been being used. Like it's just obvious. And you have a lot of artists coming out talking about this stuff now, but it's just clear and obvious. First of all, one, I talked about before, integration. Integration was the worst thing that we did. They used Dr. King, we integrated, we lost our control, right? We had businesses. We were in all kinds of markets. And then this economy, because one, like it's real easy for them to fool us because we had to play this whole master slave, ex-slave role, scared role, and try to figure out what they was doing. But they couldn't get over on those white folks, right? They couldn't get over on the regular white folks that's white just like them. So the economy did bad because they was not falling for the bullshit that we're falling for now back then. They were seeing the issues, right? So while we was free, case in point, Black Wall Street, we all know what happened there. Those are free Black people that's invested in their own things. How is it that we can have a Black Wall Street in the 20s, but not today, right? So you see where these people had their money gone and they had to destroy all that. And it has to be done in the mind, right? It has to be a psychological thing to get people to look at themselves as beneath or less than. It's a psychological thing. But even more so for them to glorify their own destruction and downfall as a people. That's psychological. That's exactly what the culture is doing. One, they telling you to basically spend your money on shit you can't afford. Spend your money, right? Understand what I'm saying? Spend your money on the very people who are racist towards you, on the people who are controlling and oppressing you, on the people who don't want you living in their neighborhoods. Spend your money on them. Give them your money. So, I talked about this before. We've seen the Black businesses in the 50s fail because we wasn't buying from them anymore. We got so hooked on, this is new and it's right from the white man. Let's buy from them and not patronize our own people. And that just continues still up until this day. To where now you got to understand, man, and this is so deep and profound. So deep, but so true. How is it that you can legitimately look at the same position of a person and come out with two different expectations or understandings because of skin color? Plain and simple. You see a group of Black people, in cars throwing donuts. You associate that with drive-bys. You associate that with gang violence or what have you. But if you see a group of white kids doing it, they just having fun, Just doing donuts, they being rowdy, they having fun. Because fast cars is associated with white people and NASCAR and so on and so forth. Fast cars, as it pertains to Black people, is associated with drive-bys and violence and everything like that, right? And that's just the programming that's been put out there, not just on us, but on them as well. And it's just how it is. See a Black man in a suit, probably going to court. He's not the lawyer in the courtroom in most cases, depending on that suit too. But it's just how they've made everything look and seem to us and how we bought into the programming. So them basically using us to not only, patronize them, make them richer, I always tell people, the reason why Louis and them don't gotta really advertise like that is because you have rappers from day one putting designer brands in their lyrics, which is the most promotion. They don't got to pay for promotion. They're getting it free. But all these rappers talking about designer. I've spent tens of thousands on designer. I showed you guys all that stuff. It's nothing. It's so dumb. It's the same shit you buy that's cheap. Plain and simple. You're buying a name. We all know this. It's just the dumbest thing to do. Unless you're a seller, a reseller, you're buying for an investment to resell later, which is what I was doing for the most part. And that's just the best way to do it. Then it's just not smart to spend that kind of crazy money on clothes and shoes that you really can't afford, only for them to get stained and dirty or what have you, just like the cheaper clothes that you wear. It's the same shit. So unless you have crazy millions and millions of dollars to do this, it doesn't make sense for you to do it. Yet these rappers are promoting this stuff to people in the hood, right? So the hood's supposed to be the hood, right? You hustling, you doing what you got to do, scratching and surviving to make money. Why are rappers promoting $1,000 sneakers, right? $500 t-shirts to people in the ghetto? It don't make sense. It don't even fit. It don't even seem real. What is that? And we can go back to the 80s and 90s rappers who was talking about Gucci. LL Cool J was rapping about Gucci and everything like that. Prada and all that stuff back then. So it's a lot of companies that's been around for a long time, but these rappers have always been talking about stuff that costs so much more than what the average Black person can afford. And it's like, wow, why are you talking about something that none of us can really afford or, really don't even know about to even buy? And it was a way to really get us to buy their luxury items. And this is exactly what basically happened, because more rappers start buying it. And then you had that, middle class tier of Black people who can afford it. But, it wasn't a smart buy. It wasn't a good investment for them. But they started to buy it to fit in, so on and so forth. They used that, what they did back in the 50s and 60s, using Black people trying to fit in and look a certain type of way to show wealth, to show that you belong, whatever it is, the reason why you do that, you do what you do. They use that to bring us further deeper into debt and to further, corrupt ourselves economically as a people by buying brands that none of that money economically is going to benefit us or go back to a Black community. But we spent millions, billions of dollars on this stuff and receive absolutely no benefit from it at all, right? So this is the same thing that's been going on for a long time. And it's a mindset that I've been seeing across the board when I talk to people. And people, their reasoning for doing things is just, it's just rooted in this mentality. And then it's like, when you say, why did you do that? It's like, I don't know. Why did you buy that? I don't know. I had all this money and I blew it. You know how many stories I get from people who got PUA and PPP and are broke right now? Like, so many people, right? And this is stuff I've been talking to people about and been dealing with since before I started doing consultations, but it's the same story I'm hearing across the board. And I'm really, really concerned. And it's like, you guys gotta be smarter than this, man. You gotta know where to put your money and to invest your money into sacrifice. Sacrifice. And I talked about this in the society. We don't talk about things outside of society unless it's like, minor stuff. But I told people, like, I sacrifice even when I have it, when there's no reason for me to sacrifice at all. It's not even about sacrificing at that point. It's just common sense. It's making a smart move. I can be anywhere. I can afford to live anywhere, do whatever I want to do at this point. But I've been choosing to do the smart thing because, one, I see what's coming and I'm putting everything towards my investments at this point. Besides, getting this house. But it's just like, when you got it, and what they say, oh, real rich people don't buy all that stuff. That's the truth. Real rich people are a little frugal. They're a little cheap. Scrooge McDuck was super cheap, like a zillionaire. And super cheap dude, because it's like, you don't want to feel stupid, like, you're getting cheated. But the main thing is you understand business. You understand commerce. You understand the consumer, right? You understand how companies are getting over, because you're one of those companies. You're one of those people who is buying wholesale and selling for a profit. And that's what these people are. That's what they know. They know they can get it super cheap and they're selling it to you for way crazy markup. But a lot of you don't know that. So you think, hey, this is a good deal when it's really not. oh, this is on sale when it's really not. And it's just think about how a place can afford to sell stuff for $1, right? Five below, $5. Think about what their markup is, what they're probably getting it for, right? And you just it becomes the whole thing where, if it's convenient, you get it. But if it's not and you can wait, you wait. And I've been showing you guys in the society, all the stuff where we get our products from and everything like that, how cheap it is. I've shown you guys where to get cars cheap, where to get homes cheap, where you can get an iPhone 15 for like $200. Where do people get this stuff from? Where do wholesalers get this stuff from? And it's like, once you tap into this information and understand where you can grab things from and make a profit, you jump on it. You got to put work into it, and you do it, and you'll make money. And this is how businesses work. This is how they do what they do. And you have to understand this. I've been doing this for years, done this for a long time. But yeah, I wanted to come on here and just give people a final understanding, right? Final shot to understand what's coming. Everything is cryptic. Everything is esoteric. It's up to you to understand. Those who know will prepare. Everybody will be okay who understands. It's not going to change. A lot of crazy stuff coming up. So it's going to be up to you guys to prepare for it and be ready for it and be in the right knowledge for these new things to come. But at the same time, understanding where you can get in and invest and make money and be cool. And to, above all, get out of this mentality, man. Get out of this ghetto shit, thinking that everything is out to get you and that everybody is fucking bad. You don't forget everybody who's doing anything that's not with where you're trying to go. If it's where you're trying to go, you need to be involved in it. If you're alone and you want to do things on your own, that's fine. But this is something that I think a lot of people need to really step back and understand about the changes that's going to come. Take into consideration what I've been talking about recently with Trump and everything else. Do your own research. Go look into this stuff all you want. Understand what's coming. They're letting people in. And I said this before. They're letting people in. They have to. This is your shot. There's going to be no fucking excuse later on for anybody to say anything about anything when shit falls, because you got an opportunity to get in and get above it. The knowledge is out there. The information is out there for all my, knowledge is free. You charge it for knowledge, people. Go get that shit. Go get it and use it to take yourself to the next level or where you're going to need to be to get away from all this stuff. So it's up to you. So again, I'm putting it out there esoterically for you to understand. Do your homework. Dig into your shit. Look into it, because a lot of people you can't afford XRP right now. You had an opportunity to get in at 20 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents. A lot of you can't afford it right now, over $2. You can afford it. It's $2, but you're not going to be able to buy it. A lot of you guys are not going to be willing to commit enough money to buy shares that's going to make a difference. The people who didn't buy yesterday got to spend more today, right? Would it cost you less if you listen, right? So all the people who naysaying your way out of success and all the extra ghetto bullshit programming that you have, you're going to be today's old heads, right? You're going to be today's old heads. All those people that missed the .com bubble, all those old heads who missed all these investment opportunities because they was bullshitting, whatever they was doing, look where they at now, right? All those people who got into Microsoft, who got into the .com bubble when it happened, these guys are multimillionaires, billionaires today. This is the opportunity. I talked about this before in stock market. You have a shot. Got a shot. So you get in now, you're good to go. You can make money. You could be fine. At least I can say I gave the warning. I tried to get people in, but some of you guys felt like, Netflix or whatever else you're doing is more important than investing your money in the right things. So I'll leave you with that. And links in the description for everything. Doing consultations through February. Take advantage of those. Links in the description. This is the last day to get Never Pay Again. Well, not Never Pay Again, to get Merkabah Scholar Society at this price. Again, the payments is going to be the same. Just going to have more payments over time, because now to get in is going to be $500. So get in right now. And you got a full day Monday to take this final shot and getting in. You have plenty of time, so I don't want to hear shit. When you see that you should have been in, it's going to be too late. And it is what it is. But appreciate you guys. We're up. We got a lot going on. It's a lot coming up. But see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.